Kimi Code version 0.12 landed with one feature that matters more than the version number. The /swarm command is now part of the normal command line workflow. That means Kimi is positioning multi-agent work as something developers should run from the terminal, not as a separate marketing demo. The official post also calls out proxy support and default on goals. So this video is not another broad Kimi K2.6 review. TechWealth has already covered that lane. This is the practical update: what changed in the CLI, what proof exists in the official changelog, what you should check before installing, and where the limits still are. The strongest proof is simple. The source post is static, there is no demo video or human narration, but the official changelog and repository give enough evidence for a grounded workflow update. The first production decision is what not to make. A generic Kimi launch recap would be a repeat. Local channel scans show previous public videos on Kimi K2.6, Kimi Agent Swarm, the Multica Engineering Squad Angle, and the website Agent Demo. That is why the better package is narrow. The viewer job is not, tell me Kimi exists. The viewer job is, what changed in the CLI, how do I update, what does /swarm mean, and what setup problems could hit me today. That framing also matches the growth strategy. Recent channel comments reward slower setup and troubleshooting more than broad repo summaries. So the story here is a practical operator update. Show the new command, show the install surfaces, show the proxy variables, and separate official proof from what we have not tested locally. Start with installation. The official README says Kimi Code can be installed through the script on macOS and Linux, through Homebrew, and through a PowerShell installer on Windows. It also says Windows needs Git for Windows before first launch, because the CLI uses Git Bash as its shell environment. If Git Bash is installed somewhere custom, the README names Kimi_shell_path as the override. One caveat matters for this exact release. The changelog says version 0.12 supports Homebrew installations, but the local Homebrew metadata check during this production still showed Kimi Code stable at 0.11.0 and not installed. That does not disprove the changelog. It means viewers should verify the version after install instead of assuming the package manager has caught up. Run Kimi-version after a new shell session, then use login inside Kimi Code when the tool starts. The headline is /swarm. The exact changelog language is important. It says the command runs agent swarms with live progress and rate limit aware retries. Those two qualifiers tell you what problem Kimi is trying to solve. First, live progress makes multi-agent work observable. If you start several workers and only see silence, the workflow feels broken even when work is happening. Second, rate limit aware retries acknowledge the ugly part of agent swarms. Parallel workers can collide with provider limits. A useful swarm command has to back off, retry, and keep the session understandable. This does not prove a specific benchmark or a specific number of parallel agents inside the CLI release. The older Kimi agent swarm marketing made bigger claims elsewhere. For this video, the verified claim is narrower and stronger. Kimi Code now exposes a swarm command in the terminal release notes. The second feature sounds boring, but it is the one that prevents a lot of real setup pain. Kimi Code now honors standard proxy environment variables for outbound traffic. The changelog names HTTP proxy, HTTPS proxy, all proxy, and no proxy, including SOX proxies. If you are behind a corporate proxy, a VPN, a local debugging proxy, or a network that blocks direct provider calls, this matters. No proxy also matters, because you do not want every internal or local request forced through a remote proxy. This should reduce the number of installs that fail in confusing ways. The practical viewer check is simple. If Kimi can launch but web or model calls fail, inspect the environment variables first. Do not randomly reinstall the tool. Check whether your shell, IDE, or terminal session is passing the proxy variables Kimi now understands. The third change is about defaults. Goals, background questions, and sub-skill discovery no longer require experimental opt-ins. Goals are worth explaining because they change the shape of a coding session. A normal prompt tells the agent what to do next. A goal tells the agent what must become true. That is the right model for fixing a batch of failing tests, tracing a bug, or completing a multi-step refactor where the next useful action depends on what the agent discovers. Making this default on lowers friction. It also makes Kimi Code feel less like a one-shot command and more like an operator loop. Background questions and sub-skill discovery fit that same direction. The tool is trying to ask better questions, find the right specialized instructions, and stay oriented around the outcome rather than stopping after one turn. Here is the honest verdict. Kimi Code 0.12 is worth covering because it improves the workflow surface, not because it proves a new coding benchmark. /swarm gives the CLI a clearer parallel agent story. Proxy support reduces the odds that the tool fails inside real developer networks. Default on goals and skill discovery make longer sessions easier to start. The fixes also hit practical edges: ACP/skill routing, bootstrap context reads, file and permission cases, subagent display, Windows path mismatches, Git bash detection, and long command visibility in approval prompts. The limitation is also clear. The source post has no human narration and no attached demo video, and this production did not log into Kimi or run a real swarm task. So treat the video as a source-grounded setup and release guide. The next hands-on follow-up would be a fresh project, a real/swarm run, and a comparison against Claude Code or Codex on the same task.